everybody, this is Dave and welcome back to Talking Wolves for a brand new video, a new transfer update video, guys. Apologies, I don't think there was one last week. It has been ultra quiet on the transfer front, as you guys know. We did a little video on Costa over the weekend. Hopefully you did enjoy that if you watched it. I obviously did a little chat with Matt Cooper. And obviously a lot of love from the Leeds fans, who some of you may be watching again today to get a little bit of an update on Helder and so on. But today we're going to be touching over things that have been happening over the last week or so. As I say, it's been very, very quiet. Wolves have been very tight-lipped about their business. It's how they've been over the last couple of years, to be honest. But it's starting to become a little bit of a concern when, I mean, it was this time last year we brought in the likes of Patricio and Jimenez and so on. Yeah, let's talk about it anyway. Before we kick off, guys, make sure you go and check out our channel partners over at OneFootball. Really good football app to check out if you haven't already. Obviously, keep up to date with all the international football going on at the moment and ahead of all the pre-season fixtures. And it gives pretty good push notifications on Wolves as well when you want the news. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, guys, as well. And the first topic we are going to start off with is Mr. Helder Costa. Obviously, he's been a little bit the talk of Wolves at the moment, to be honest, with not much incoming news coming in. Helder Costa has been the man that has been talked about the most. We did the video on him on Saturday or Sunday. Was it Friday? No, it was Saturday, wasn't it? We gave our thoughts on him and what it would be. Personally, I would love Helder to not move on completely, but I'd love him to get a loan move, get permanent first-team football again. A lot of first-team football in Championship level, and I think he'd do really well for Leeds. I think Leeds is a good fit for him. They need wingers, and he'll be cherished as a good player if he can play well. Obviously, there have been reports about him moving on, and Leeds actually see this as quite an audacious move. I think they know a player of Costa's calibre, and it's almost as if they can't believe they're able to, even have negotiations with him. So it'll be an interesting one to see if this comes off. BBC Sport had reported it today. Phil Hay, who's a pretty big Leeds journalist, pretty good and pretty accurate with his news normally. He's already reported on it. But it looks like Leeds are going to be opting for a loan move rather than a permanent deal, purely because of financial fair play reasons. I think they're looking at loan deals. As well as Helder Costa, another player that is looking to be moved on potentially is Ivan Cavaleiro. The Express and Star reported on it yesterday about the futures of both Cavaleiro and Helder Costa, and they're both in doubt, and it is believed that Wolves are open to offers for both players, which is a shame. Both players were a huge part of our campaign and our journey so far under Fosun, and our journey under Nuno, you could say. But those two were sort of the two big players that came in very early doors and that couldn't really help us that first season. I think with the misjudging in managers, we had Zenga, Lambert, so much stuff was going on that season. So, these two are the first guys that came in for during the Fosun regime, really. But I've said it a couple of times, we can't hold sentiment to any of these players. For Wolves, the pace they're growing as a club, players are going to have to move on. The club and the team have moved on a lot since those days. So both of those players open to offers. Apparently both players have attracted interest and could be sold if the right offer comes in. Helder Costa, it's only really been reported that Leeds have been interested in him. Cavaleiro, Fulham were reported earlier this summer. Huddersfield have reported last season as well. I think if both were to be sold, if we could get £10 million for the pair of them, I think that'd be great business from Wolves. We're making a little bit of money on Cavaleiro. You're losing a little bit on Helder Costa, but you're just about breaking even. And I think 20 million for that pair would be good for Wolves and would help a hell of a lot with financial fair play. But let me know in the comment section down below how much you think we would get for both of those players. Moving on to an incoming transfer, though, it's one that has been reported time and time again. Morgan Sanson. It's been reported by Sky Sports News that Marseille are ready to sell. They failed to qualify for Europe, so now they're facing big repercussions with financial fair play. They're going to have to try and sell some of their prized assets as soon as possible. Morgan Sanson has been a very talented and gifted player for the last couple of years over in France. I think he's only 24 years of age, so still got plenty of years ahead of him. He can play central midfield roles, whether that be a defensive midfield, holding midfield, attacking midfield. I think he'd suit our team quite well with how we operate as well. Sky Sports reported that West Ham are now in talks with Sanson, but the player has been offered to Wolves and Newcastle. Now, they didn't make it clear in the report whether he was offered to Newcastle and Wolves like previously, or whether it's quite new and fresh. So not too sure at the moment. They value Sanson at about 35 million euros, so it'll be interesting to see if Wolves make a move on that. But reported by Sky Sports, pretty reputable obviously source to go with, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with that one. But that's the only real big incoming news at the moment. There has been another player that is tipped to maybe join Wolves. They've been scouting a young winger from Carlisle United, 18-year-old Liam McCarron. The club value him at about £250,000, which is a bit of a snipe in the current market, isn't it, really? He's attracted interest from Derby, Sheffield United and Leeds, but there have been a lot of these rumours where, you know, clubs are looking to, I think Wolves especially are looking to maybe bring youth prospects in from outside of Wolverhampton, bring them into the club and nurture them in the under-23s to make more money. It's a thing that could work, but I mean, in the long run, a kid from Wolverhampton is offered a couple of clubs and they're seeing Wolves just keep buying players in. Maybe they're not going to opt to stay at the Wolves Academy because they know Wolves tend to buy players in and so on. But yeah, that's something that we'll have to have a look at. And another couple of outgoing news. One starting off with Leo Bonatini. Not too sure how reputable this source is, but it's reported that a former Fenerbahce defender, Luciano, has advised to the Turkish club Fenerbahce that they should sign the Wolves forward Leo Bonatini, and it could be a great piece of business for their club. Fenerbahce are looking, well, they've lost a couple of their forwards. I believe Soldado and Slimani, who both played in England previously, have moved on. So Fenerbahce are looking to bolster their attacking options. And Leo Bonatini is one of the men that they are reportedly looking at. I think we all know that his time at Wolves is up. We may see him feature again, maybe in the early stages of the Europa League, depending on who we get. Obviously, the announcement for who we will maybe get in the draw will be next week. So that is something that keep our eye out on. It's a shame for Bonatini. You know, he was a really good player, or he was a really good player at the Championship. I think he was just the right man, right place, right time, and he did what he needed to do. Really was high on confidence, taking his chances, but we know he just looked lost. He's obviously not, you know, Nuno would give him a chance if he played well in training. He's obviously not performing, not training well, and I think the club are looking to move him on, and I'd be very, very surprised if they're able to get anything close to the £5 million that we'd spent on him last summer. And one from Italy as well, Calcio Mercato. I'm not a big fan of Calcio Mercato and their news. It's very, very unreliable, to be honest. But they're reporting that Napoli have reportedly turned attentions to Adama Traore. They were chasing PSV's Herving Lozano for a while and struggled to get him, and now have turned their attentions to Adama. Bit of a mixed one on this when I reported it on Twitter last week. A number of people saying no chance, but quite a number of people saying if we could get anywhere close to the money that we got for Adama, that we paid out for Adama, we should take it straight away. But nothing else has been reported on that. I think it's probably a no-mover, a no-goer, to be fair. But other than that, guys, the transfer window has been so quiet. Been trying my best to get some content out for you guys. As I said, the Costa video did really well. Hopefully you Leeds fans, if any of you are watching, to sort of know what's going on. Let me know if you've got any thoughts, if you have got any questions. Any Wolves fans, whenever you got any questions, let me know and I'll try my best to answer them. Fixture release day is tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a couple of features with some different TV broadcasters, which will be quite fun. So make sure you keep your eyes out for those. But I will probably do a quick video in the morning as well, just giving my quick thoughts, fixtures that we should look out for, and so on. But guys, as always, I appreciate your support. Hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you all very soon.